What about diuretics? I mean, I hear that diuretics use can be very dangerous.
Yes.
They can contribute to deaths in some instances. Is that true in your opinion, or is it also how you use them?
Oh no, hell yes. So let's put it this way in perspective. And this is hard to discuss because judges want you to be dry, right? They want that crazy dryness, so people are going for these extremes. But if you dehydrate more than 10% of your body, you're already putting your body into the danger. And I know a lot of people that can lose 15, 20 pounds overnight with a heavy diuretic usage, usually loop diuretics. So is this dangerous? Absolutely. Do I advise? No. Uh, do I give some? Yes, because if you want to win the contest, and you depend how you look and how you're gonna, carb load for the show and what you're gonna take. Sometimes you're gonna need to compensate to take this extracellular subcutaneous water out. Usually, right, it should be taken with the mild diuretics. The mild diuretics like thiazide group, so like amyloid, hydrochlorothiazide, diazide, triamterene. There is a group of diuretics that are mild. And actually, some doctor might tell you taking hydrochlorothiazide low amounts every other night would be heart healthy. So mild diuretics, yes. Extreme diuretics like loop can be, super dangerous. And another thing that can be super dangerous is potassium-sparing diuretics that people are going to take, not realizing they can accumulate crazy level of potassium that can stop their heart. And I witnessed 1992 uh, when Mohammed bin Aziz in a room in front of us collapsed. And the reason why he was using spironolactone, which is aldactone potassium sparing diuretic, lots of it, and he was cramping up, and doctor came, injected him with potassium, and that's really what stopped his heart. The issue that I mentioned with Mustafa Mohammed, 2004, I didn't prepare him or anything. I was just at Olympia, and Sean Ray called me. He was in his room panicking. Milos, his every muscle is cramped up. What should we do? And he was giving him a Gatorade, which is full of potassium. I said, no, 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 let me get to the room. And when I got to the room, I asked him, what are you taking? Aldactone. So I knew that his potassium was super high. But with paramedics came, they were going to inject him with electrolytes. And I told him, you can't. You're going to kill him. So by the time we went to the hospital, his doctor came to me and he was really pissed off at me and said, sir, do you understand? You're interfering with the medical procedure. I said, yes, this is why I interfere, because you would kill him. Uh, he's hyperkalemic, not hypo. And then are you going to test his potassium? And then he says, of course. And then he came 10 minutes later. He says, oh my God, you saved his life because, the normal procedure would be just you're dehydrated. They assume, okay, if you use loop diuretic, he's going to deplete your potassium and sodium and everything else. So electrolytes would be beneficial. But if you're potassium sparing loaded, your potassium is through the roof and it can stop your heart at any moment. So at that time, yeah, actually loop diuretic can help balance it. But this is all. If some medical doctors listening, he's going to say, shoot this guy before he kills somebody. I'm just telling you what I've seen with the athletes. So, for example, same thing that happened with the Mustafa in Olympia happened a week later in Amsterdam. I remember after I was in the hospital in Las Vegas with him, I went to Amsterdam, and he was, oh, Milos, my brother, how are you doing? Can you check on my condition? So I said, okay. So I came to his room, and there was about 5 pounds of dates and some bananas. And I say, okay, Mustafa, which diuretic are you taking? Oh, of course, aldactone. I said, man, the same shit is going to happen. Okay. So if you're doing this, you have to actually balance it. You take some potassium out with a loop diuretic. He didn't want to do it. And same thing happened. in Amsterdam. This time, Ronnie Coleman was in his room trying to help him, and me and Chris Dim came there and like realized, and paramedics came. Same scenario. This time, Steve Weinberger and myself, we went into the ambulance and went to the Amsterdam hospital, and again they treated him. But yeah, so there's diuretics are real danger and can be deaths left and right because of abuse of misuse of diuretics. I would say for because I prepare many guys, obviously, the least amount would be the best, and you save it and you look if actually somebody needs it. You see, people going to the show, they already expect, they schedule, I need to take it because I cannot step on stage without diuretics. So they already scheduled to take it. But if you don't need it, why on earth would you take it? And this is where it comes to it. So